But
No,
that's
Nick,
okay.
is it okay if I repeat the question to you? Just gonna do one question from Joe.
Oh, I see. So you're scared.
He's
You're
lying.
scared.
He hears him. He hears
Yeah, he
Destiny.
is. He's absolutely lying. Because he doesn't want to engage with anybody who might actually be able to challenge him on his view.
All right, so here's Destiny with
Fuentes. We have the timestamp where he presses him about Ali.
The timestamp was hiding my screen. Let me check it out. This just happened, by the way. Everything is just happening right now.
It's all breaking in like the last 3 hours.
1:37. So remember, Fuentes just got his Twitter account, all high and mighty, but Destiny is gonna felt him. Here we go. You ready?
By the way, we got Bangladesh Gaming for $5 just before we will do this last super chat.
Bangladesh Gaming.
Bangladesh Gaming. He says, found you guys from the Clip channel, and now I'm all in on the casino. Good shit, boys, and stay sober.
Let's go.
Appreciate
171 days. Let's fucking go. All right, here we go.
No, clearly there's a little ideological bias. I didn't say he had. As for pornography,
sorry, 2 seconds, Nick. What was? Sorry, Nick. Sorry, 2 seconds, Nick. What correction?
What is this stream? I feel like, is he like hacking? Like, it feels like he's hacking like a fucking government database.
Did you want to make George, and then we'll go to Nick?
These are his notes and references.
I didn't say child pornography.
Oh, okay, so Nick, it was not child pornography. Big difference. Yeah.
Wait.
Okay,
I have to.
Like, imagine actually tuning into this shit.
Yeah, sorry.
Imagine though actually tuning into that shit to listen to all these random chuckle fucks yell over each other in the Twitter space.
Exactly.
Like there's like 9 guys in there. Like, didn't this fall out of fashion in like 2019, 2018?
Yeah.
It was already like old.
Yeah, I started
like the panels
this, by the
with
way.
like 20 people. Yeah, it's all your fault.
I did start. I'm sorry, folks. I am so sorry. It all stems from me. I'm the origin
gay
point.
child pornography.
He's thinking of Abby Alexander, the guy that Nick Fuentes defends all the time.
Whoa!
Oh no!
And Nick's there?
Yeah, it didn't last much longer after this. There's only 12 more minutes.
Wow.
I didn't say child pornography.
Oh, okay, so Nick, it was not child.
And this is one thing I said that would happen with the Ali stuff when we covered it when it first broke last year. It doesn't matter that Nick got his Twitter back. It doesn't matter that he's on mainstream platforms. Everywhere he goes, this pedophile scandal will haunt him. And he has no real explanation. He has no good explanation for it because he's guilty and wrong. So anybody who actually knows... Yes, and he still defends him, really. They're still on the same team. So it's ridiculous. He is so and this is the thing, guys. Like, even if you are an anti-Zionist, anti-Israel, race realist type person,
negative clap,
you gotta understand that this is your representative. This is who they want to represent you. A guy who's like involved in pedophile shit, so that they can then smear everybody involved who has those political views as a pedophile, an incel, a terrorist, all this stuff, man. The guy has so much baggage that's entirely his own fault because of his stupid decisions, and it will follow any sort of movement that he's the leader of around forever. So it makes no sense.
It was gay, not child pornography.
He's thinking of Abby Alexander, the guy that Nick Fuentes defends all the time.
Okay. Ali Alexander. Yeah, that's go ahead, Nick.
Well, it's funny. I mean, the old Ali thing was.
Whoa! How
many? So the only thing he can try and do is discredit his old news. It's funny to me. The moment something does happen to them and it's fresh, it's a nothing burger. Then a week later, it's old news.
Yeah.
This is their classic deflection tactics, and it's like, no, this is actually a legitimate grievance. Do you understand? Like, you fucking covered for a pedophile that was fucking doing gross shit with members of your own organization who you even admitted tried to groom you. It's so bad.
Ali Alexander, I don't know.
Milo came out and
barely
said,
follow these memes.
there's all this
and then you have to
evidence
blame it on Milo. Oh, you gotta blame it on Milo. No, buddy. Like, it was before even Milo. Lance came to you and told you that this was happening to him.
AKA Smiley.
Lance is separate from Smiley.
Oh, shit. Sorry.
Lance came forward first and told you this was happening. Yeah. Then Milo also came to you, texted you and warned you about this guy, that he was a groomer and all this. Then when Smiley came forward and said, and it took great courage to say this, that Ali groomed him, that he solicited nude photos of him in exchange for political favors, you tried to smear Smiley and cover for Ali Alexander because you said it was politically expedient, because he did you political favors.
Let's Ralph, not try and, by the way.
It's just constant revision of history and counting on the ignorance of his opponent. You basically have to know the lore of this. Otherwise, he's just able to sweep it under the rug. Let's see how Destiny does here.
Came out. There was one thing where I guess he sexted
there's
some
the
gay.
clip of Nick saying he knew about Ali all the way back in 2017.
He saw the pictures.
Yes. When Nick went against Ali back in 2017, he said the guy was a gay pedophile and then allowed him to oversee students for Yay, where this guy was in charge of the doxes of all sorts of students, young boys, that he would be able to groom for his own sick fucking pleasure. And he was also involved in Stop the Steal with Nick and in the Yay campaign and all this stuff. It's so dirty and it's so obvious he knew and allowed the fucking fox into the hen house. It's disgusting.
And Ralph called Smiley a gay slut. Remember that?
Yes.
He called him a gay slut. He goes, you do that? It's like, whoa.
Yeah, so Nick ended up quitting the space after being pressed about this and started his own cope space. Well, let's see what happened.
The old Ali thing was...
Oh, Ali Alexander. I don't follow.
Milo came out and
barely
said,
follow these memes.
oh, there's all this evidence, and it never came out. There was...
What do you mean? It all came out.
Oh, my God.
It all came out. How many times?
Well, Milo had allegedly... Now, and this is something Milo does deserve to be pressed about. I think he said there was like 25 victims that he had all the info about, and he didn't ever release it. So I do think Milo deserves to be pressed about that, but it's a deflection to go, oh, no, it was that dastardly Milo Yiannopoulos. We all know he's evil, da-da-da-da. But if he's so evil, so untrustworthy, such a liar, why did you get in bed with him in the first place? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, well, he's a gay Jew. Well, he was the guy that was the head man on the fucking Kanye campaign, who you also met with and ate cheese pizza with. Let's not forget that. Where the weird ritual where Fuentes and Milo are in the picture eating cheese pizza together. Anyway, let's continue. We got to get through this. It's just crazy.
There's one thing where I guess he sexted some gay guy who apparently, I mean, at first it looked credible. And then this guy turned out to be following and commenting on like 100 other gay people stuff during that.
Nick, shut the fuck up.
So, no. But even if the guy is a homosexual, he was still groomed when he was underage.
He was a kid.
By a predatory homosexual. The lies are so easy to disprove if you have the clips where Nick himself said Ali tried to groom him and where Nick 7 years ago called the guy a groomer and a pedophile. Let's be real. This is so bullshit that he's allowed to get away with this.
Period. So that whole thing got completely debunked. As for
no, it didn't.
Debunked.
In fact, it
was debunked.
It was publicized by news. Oh my God. Anyway, I get so pissed.
Following gay people.
First handler, subscribe.
Let's go.
The whole thing got completely debunked. As for
a gay guy following gay people is debunked
hatred and Islamophobia and whatever. These are meaningless words. I'm a Catholic. If you're Catholic, you believe that Jesus is God. You believe in the authority.
What a deflection!
You
and
fucking...
then right back onto his talking points. I'm a Catholic. Da, 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 da. Nick doesn't behave like a serious Christian
at all.
Like it's ridiculous. All right, let's continue.
The Catholic Church, and we can't live.
You support pedophiles. Shut the fuck up.
Well, I mean that is kind of Catholic.
Sheesh.
That is completely separate from that. There's like this myth that Christians must be indifferent to their own religion and their own church. And, and I said to Destiny, he said, oh, well, you're the first person to say my religion is right and others are wrong. It's like, well, yeah, that's kind of the essence of religion, is that there are positive claims. They contradict other people's claims about the nature of God and all that. And yes, those ideas have consequences. If you believe Jesus is God and the Catholic Church has authority, you need to live in a society that's informed by that. And so, on the other hand, liberals believe in pluralism. Liberals who don't believe in God, have certain religious beliefs, They think that we have to defer all these questions or avoid all these questions. And they believe in the state that's like an umpire, and they're kind of letting people do whatever it is they do. And they have mutually exclusive for the gay issue.
This is full-on
this
deflection.
Is really just low IQ
come on.
stuff. That anti-Semitism.
What you're doing right now is low IQ, Nick. This is bullshit.
Yes,
why didn't you address the actual point he brought up? Oh, no, it's debunked because the guy was gay himself. So, like, if somebody is gay, it's okay for them to be molested? That doesn't make sense, Nick.
Do you hate Jews? I love her in Sneeko. I have Jewish friends like Laura Loomer and other people that are not public figures. So I mean, this is really just inane stuff. Surely we can have a higher IQ debate than you're a pornographer and you're a racist and you're an anti-Semite. This is just kind of like the same mob stupidity that you get from
Nick. How does it feel that everyone in the world just fucking hates you? And the people who do like you are like the biggest scum of the earth ever. You know what I mean? Imagine.
Well, the guy talks about being like this big time Catholic or whatever, but the people that are involved with him are like Sneeko, who's doing now for Kanye, who did gay in the past, who got cucked at the swinger club, Zerka, the cokehead, degenerate whoremonger, like Myron and the Fresh and Fit guys who are like involved in like an abortion scandal and all. So these are the people that he's surrounding himself with as he wraps himself in the cloak of the Bible. It's like a full-on wolf in sheep's clothing because the only thing he really wants to promote is himself. He doesn't have any genuine beliefs or views. It's all just attention-seeking bullshit. And at this point, you have to feel like it's controlled op. Because the stuff that he pushes is nonsense.
Well, the thing is, too, it's funny how he pushes all these points, these, like, whatever, like the far-right talking points, and hangs out with, who was he chilling with? That guy who took a picture with him. Jake Shields. Or whatever, and all this stuff, right? And they always avoid the main criticisms that we have and we expose, right? Which are the pedophile scandal, leading people into like the, astray, the shit he says on his show is like, how do people support him? Are they all paid off? Is this all just
no, I mean, a lot of it is just clout chasing because they believe he has all this influence and clout, but it's not really, man. The guy doesn't have all to give. No. It's all astroturf. Like when you look at the Twitter engagement that he gets, most of it is bots. And most of the Groyper engagement is all bots. And like, and you go, I'm skeptical of that. Well, first of all, it's been proven. But second of all, like, it's not a new thing. Like, Cozy is clearly botted and has been botted since the very beginning. And even before that, the America First website was botted, as Simon and Jaden revealed. So it's all just fake bullshit and a bunch of people clout chasing and engaging with an inorganic controlled op, essentially glowy, in my view, at this point.
Yeah. Let's see.
So I don't know why this guy was ever in Congress.
Let's see what he raged with.
I don't know, frankly, why he's on the space. You got two disgusting degenerates between Destiny and George Santos. You got a gay drag queen who got ran out of office.
All right, I got to leave pretty soon. Can I do a final question before I leave?
And a couple of abandoned children. So, I mean, these people, in my view, just do not have credibility on these subjects.
Nice.
Okay. And you do?
Why is he allowed? Why is he allowed to just ramble on and on his nonsense? I can't believe I'm saying this, but let's let Destiny talk for a minute.
Okay, so Destiny, do you mind? I'm gonna go to George for the two questions, then we'll go to yours right after.
I would prefer if we didn't, because I can't hear him, and that's not really fair.
I think it's working. I think it's working now. George, you want to try one more time?
Wait.
He can't hear Destiny? Why? Because he's got him blocked, or Destiny has him blocked, or like, what's going on, man?
Hear me now, Nick?
You can?
No, I cannot.
Okay.
You know what? I struggle to Mario.
It's not really appropriate for him to talk if I can't hear him.
But
no, okay. Is it okay if I repeat the question to you? Just do one question from George.
Oh, I see. So you're scared. You're scared.
He hears him. He hears.
Yeah, he is. He's absolutely lying. Because he doesn't want to engage with anybody who might actually be able to challenge him on his view.
Ashton, in what world are you in a group chat, like group Discord chat or group fucking Twitter space, group chat, where everyone hears the guy on the mic except for one? Now, I think even if you have someone blocked, but they're on the same Twitter space speaking, it doesn't matter who's blocking who. You still hear the person. It's not like it's like
I can't even believe Nick is being this bitch made. No, don't repeat his question. It's not fair.
Wow.
Like, you're supposed to be Mr. Freedom of Speech right now, right? Mr. Taking on all challengers. I want my platform. I want my debates. Not with that guy.
Wait.
It's so pathetic.
Hear me now, Nick?
You can't.
Fuentes is so mad.
Yeah, sure.
George, you want to try one more time?
Hear him, and
I'm going to go to George for the 2 questions, then we'll go to you.
ability on these subjects.
Nice. Okay,
Destin, do you mind? I'm going to go to George for the 2 questions, then we'll go to yours
Wait,
right after.
yeah,
I would
go for
prefer
it.
if we didn't, because I can't hear him, and that's not really
No,
fair.
I think it's working. I think it's working out. George, you want to try one more time?
Go to Mario.
It's not really appropriate for him to talk if I can, and I can't even hear what he's saying. I think that's inappropriate to begin with, and then for that to go on when I can't even.
Just ask him if he's
okay.
So that's all I want to know. It's a yes or no
Suleiman, do you want to ask that question?
Buddy, Destiny's chat is lighting Nick up. Talk about like his booger eating when he ate the booger and all that shit.
There's so much material to work with. This guy can't be the leader of anything. You understand? Like, it's the same thing with Vosh. Vosh is so tarnished by the horse cock and the con on his hard drive. If Vosh tries to go out there and do stuff like this, that's why he's hiding out in his fortress, because he can't go be the leader of all. He'll be pressed and felted about that stuff. And it's the same thing with Nick.
Yeah.
This like whole pretending like he's gonna be king or president, like, please miss me with that bullshit.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's a pretty simple question.
I mean, it's a bit of a dumb question, right?
Asked by a drag queen, by the way.
Oh my God, Keith Woods. Everyone just fell asleep all at the same time.
So it's a question about your sexuality, Nick, and not sure how it's relevant, but
Whoa! Yes.
I'll ask it just because it was asked, and then we'll go to Destiny right after. Not sure if you want to answer that question, Nick.
I just want him to.
What's the question?
Do you want to answer the question about your sexuality? Like, what's the question? What do you think, Nick?
Yeah.
What do you think the question is?
Well, I don't want to participate in this if people are going to be talking and I can't hear
Yo, and Liana says, he goes, "Can you hear me?" And then Nick's like, "No, I can't."
So he's answering when the guy's
that's right.
Ridiculous.
That's right.
That's not fair.
Good. So it's just, it was
hold on.
the question. Other guys says.
I've been waiting a while.
So I'm gonna do this. Myron and then Destiny. So the question after you, Nick, if you want to answer or not. So George Santos asked the question if you're gay or not, and then Myron wanted to speak, and then Destiny wanted to ask a final
George
question.
Santos asking Nick if he's gay. That's fucking beautiful. That's so funny. Because George knows. He's like, look, son.
Look,
I used to be like you, but I gotta come out. Like, so funny.
I also like, by the way, how like he asks the question, but then keeps talking. It's like, so he wants to ask if you're gay, but also we want to, and it's like Nick has time to process before, like, it's just like the most humiliating way.
So after you can answer the question, Nick,
isn't it? Like, that's a ridiculous question. And to be honest,
then
how is it ridiculous? How is it ridiculous to ask if he's gay when he bashes gay people? He's this, he's that, he's the other,
it's
right?
Not even that. I mean, the guy said having sex with women
is gay. Well, the thing is,
I mean, that sounds pretty fucking queer to me.
Yes.
Just saying. That's all you really have to do.
But that's why it's relevant.
Let alone the Mr. Krabs 9000 account that was liking. Let alone Nick in the past flirting with trannies on Twitter, talking about how he was going to have femboy, catboy butlers that he was going to eat sushi off of in the past. Yeah. Let alone like talking about like Patrick Casey's dumper and backing it up. Let alone the weird stuff with Jaden where he was talking about how he was going to get up in his dumper and kisses at Spider-Man and like Catboy Cammy going on a date with a Catboy. Come on.
Yeah, and
come on. There's a lot.
So it is relevant.
It's not like, listen, there's a lot of evidence here. And then he's constantly bashing women, the idea of getting married, the idea of having children.
Or girlfriend or having sex.
He's a supposed white nationalist. It's like, well, in order to preserve the white race, you might have to fuck some white son. I don't know what to say. But the whole thing's delusional to begin with because he's a Mexican child. So it just none of it makes any sense and never has from the very beginning. Their movement could never even tell you, honestly, whether it was civic nationalist or ethno-nationalist. And then it's like, well, but we have to be optical. Okay, what are the real views? Well, like, we're not stupid. You understand? Like, he thinks that everybody in the world is stupid and he can fool all the people all the time. And it's just not so. Mm-hmm. He's going to have a hard time trying to win in the public sphere. He's going to have to start coming up with some good answers to these questions.
Yeah, because now he'll always be pressed by it. Like, it's not like you can go, like, okay, when you're on a panel, right? Remember when he's on that panel? Remember, what was that show called? I can't remember. It was
Valuetainment.
Valuetainment. Yeah, so he's on this panel and gets Nemo. That's who it is. Nemo felts him. You can no longer ever speak in a public, like you were saying, Bosch, at a public place, boom. Go.
Well, Raytheon Technology says, I think that's why it's an Elon W, letting him be unbanned. It takes away his most banned man in America, and then he'll get bodied on Twitter all the time. He's going to lose all his credibility. The thing is, if he gets in a call with some clueless, like 70-year-old Zionist, I'm sure he's going to be able to body the clueless 70-year-old Zionist. But if he gets into a phone call or a Twitter conversation with anybody who has any sort of understanding whatsoever of what's been going on in AF over the last 18 months to 2 years, he's fucked. And the truth is, the left knows. The left knows this stuff, man. If he went up against Destiny straight up anymore, or Vosh even, now that would just be a battle of who's the bigger pedophile. But he'll look like a freak. He'll look like a clown show. It's a circus. So he's going to have to be very selective about stuff and run away like a coward, which is going to undercut his brand, which is, I'm the guy that'll battle anybody. But are you, though? Are you that guy anymore?
Now you're the bitch.
Because it's like when you're fresh on the scene and there's no ammunition against you, it's very easy to come in and go in on everybody. But once you have all the baggage that he has, suddenly confrontations don't look so appealing anymore, right?
Yep.
So his brand, I think, is just toxic. Like, it's radioactive. It's felt.
And it glows. It also glows. Like, anyone who's allowing him to take fucking IDs on AFPAC, what is it, 4, right? If you give your ID to Nick on AFPAC 4, you deserve to be fucking busted for whatever you're gonna do. Like, you really are. You're that that you should be fucking off. Seriously. Especially, not before when you didn't know. Now it's so clear as day. You've been told a billion fucking times. If you give him your fucking driver's license, you're a and deserve to be fucking punished.
I mean, listen, we've been screaming this from the rooftops and the hills for years. And I just think, honestly, it is going to finally catch up with him very shortly. Yeah. And I would not be surprised if Nick, this last election, this 2024 election might be his last hurrah before prison. And I would just warn anybody who's like going to go to AFPAC 4 or anybody who's like, I'm going to go to Stop the Steal 2 if Trump loses again, or I'm going to do, just don't. It's not worth it. Like, you're going to be the fall guy. You're going to be the bargaining chip that he uses to try and avoid prison. Just don't fall for it, man. Just don't be stupid. For real. For real.
By the way, Drake quit.
Well, his beef with
a kid, or who was it?
Well, Kendrick Lamar. I wonder why. I wonder why.
He just quit. Yeah, that war. All right, let's head back to this.
And to be honest, like George Santos, the guy who's basically conducted a more
not like rapping. I mean, like he quit that beef because he lost.
Anyone know it's ironic that he would say that. But anyway, go ahead, Nicholas.
I think Nick is pretty good at defending himself. Go ahead, Nick.
I have said it repeatedly, and I have no problem with hard questions, but I can't.
Oh, really?
You know,
these are not even legitimate questions. This is just.
They are. Yes, they are.
There's just questions you don't like.
You dealt with a.
No, but like, so the thing is, Nick's allowed to do personal attacks.
Yes!
He's allowed to say Destiny is a cuckold. Destiny is a loser, whatever the his wife left him, he's beta, da-da-da-da. Nick's allowed to do that all the live long day to discredit Destiny's politics, which I think is legitimate. But Nick isn't allowed to face that criticism. Destiny's not allowed to do that to him and press him. Nick's like, as soon as Nick faces this stuff, he immediately turns into, oh my God, I thought we were just having a civil debate. Can't we just have a civil debate on the issues? The truth is, nobody even gives a fuck about the issues. It's all just bullshit anyway.
It's bread and circus, bro.
It is, man. It's all fake. Like the idea that this Twitter space in any way
will
influence U.S. government policy or influence the politicians or anything, you're joking yourself. You're just fooling yourself, man. This is totally fake and gay world wrestling entertainment. And Nick is like refusing to engage in the actual entertainment aspect of it, which is shitfling. Can't we have a dry policy debate about Israel? I think we've had enough of those in the last 7 months, haven't we, folks?
Yeah.
Holy how many more debates do we need about Israel and Palestine? People have made up their mind. They are not going to change their minds. And let's be real, public opinion on this doesn't seem to fucking matter. Let's be real.
You know, Yurik makes a great point here in chat saying, pretty sure Keith is playing the long con with being friends with Nick. He's way too intelligent to tie himself to this. And that's what I want. Like, that's why I don't respect Keith Woods. Because I'm like, all right, he tries to act smart and like, you know, like he does seem to have his finger on the pulse on certain, like, you know, but when you're like dealing and being buddy with a fucking like a guy with a past, like fucking Nick, then go ahead.
Keith Woods is boring as he's a human ambient, and so he can't get the clout that he desires. So he has to attach himself to somebody who's more of a firebrand, more of an entertainer, more charismatic in Nick Fuentes. And so he sacrifices his legitimacy and his credibility on the altar of getting clout from a Mexican child. He would be better off just waiting for this AF fad to pass and then try and make his move.
Yeah.
You know, or have some fucking dignity, have some respect. Do your show in front of the 1,000 people who actually care about your philosophy instead of the 10,000 spurgs who really don't give a shit and are just there for drama anyway. Yeah. It's like a kabuki theater. It's bullshit.
All right.
So I'm frankly, if this is how it's going to be, and I don't know if you're hearing me, but I'm not going to participate if it's.
No, we can hear you.
You're bringing people up to call me a gay pornographer. And
Woo! Look at Destiny's face. He just smiled like you're a gay pornographer.
And I don't even hear the question. This is ridiculous. I'll suffer even a little bit of Destiny, hard questions, but I can't even hear the guy.
He'll suffer a bit of
Destiny. Yeah.
Now he's at the, you know, he now believes he's at this position where he can pick and choose and he's the king. Like the novelty of Fuentes is going to wear off quick. Now that he's available everywhere to go do every show and every Twitter space, the novelty is going to wear off quick. Because I'll tell you this, guys, like we've heard it all before, especially us, those of us in this audience. We have heard all this shit before, and it doesn't take very long until you get bored of it because it's just the same shit over and over and over. It's the Jews, it's women, it's feminism, it's this, it's that. It's the same talking points that we've been hearing, and they're stale as f***. These talking points are 2016. Like, it hasn't been updated in like a decade. And we're still sitting here like jerking. Whoa, guys, isn't it so novel? Like that Israel is genocide. Like, no, it's not novel anymore. It's not interesting. And people like have this delusional belief that Nick has something crazy new to contribute to the discourse. He does not. It is the same reheated talking points, but delivered in a disingenuous way. It's like this ironic, disingenuous bullshit. He's not even a true believer. And he's just not that intelligent. Like, it is what it is, folks.
Yeah. Kung Fu Wang says, it'll be a gold mine of Feltonings when the tide turns against Nick. Oh, buddy, I can't wait for that day, man. I can't wait. But it's starting to happen. It's starting to happen,
it's the same
though.
thing. Hey, guys, have you heard about the USS Liberty? No, it's my first time. on the block.
But Worski Live
a lot
F1.
of liberals have heard about the USS Liberty. Like, seriously.
Yeah, that's Worski Live F2, by the way.
And then it's like, oh, I'm such a Christian. I'm so righteous. Da da da. And it's like, you go on Nick's show. Where is he quoting the Bible? Where is he speaking from Scripture? Where does he use illustrations from the Bible? It's not a Christian show. It's not a Catholic show. It's a political con job show where it's just this guy trying to build a cult of personality around himself. He doesn't want to give the glory to Christ. The glory is all for him. It's just, anyway, we've been through this a million times.
Yeah.
You go to Myron. Myron, you've been waiting for a while, and I appreciate that.
But, Ashton, we have, but there are a lot of new viewers to our show. So it's good to like remind people this is why we do what we do and what we say and why we say what we say. So, and now he's back on Twitter, so it's great to remind.
And that's the thing too, Casino Night Owl. He wants all of the glory and none of the responsibility. If you have decided that you're going to be the leader, guess what? You should have went to jail. Like Hitler went to jail. You want to say you're Hitler 2, 3, and 4? Why don't you go to jail with your followers? Why don't you actually take accountability and show that you're the one being oppressed? Write your book in there. Seriously. Like, it's crazy to me that when you're the leader, you allow your other people to take the fall for you instead of taking any responsibility. So he sends them in, take back the Capitol. Where were you? Why weren't you in the Capitol? Why weren't you making the stand? The peasants, they will suffer. Well, the real leaders of history, the real great men of history, at least in the last century, were the ones who were willing to go to jail, the ones who were remembered. Hitler, he went to jail. Gandhi went to jail. Martin Luther King Jr. went to jail. And you want to talk about, Martin Luther King is good, but you're not even willing to go to the same lengths that he went to advocate your agenda. Do you understand? So you're not even measuring up to that.
Wait, and it's
silly.
By the way, apparently Nick couldn't hear Destiny or George Santos. What a coincidence.
What a coincidence. Nelson Mandela went to jail. Malcolm X went to jail. Like, what? You're better than them? Really?
Ralph went to jail.
Yeah, I mean, even Ethan Ralph could do time. When Baked Alaska is doing the time, and you're not, what are you thinking? And it's like, well, I'm going to get rid
Greta Thunberg went to jail. Andy Dick went to jail.
Ping Pang Boo went to jail and just got released recently. I mean, like, this is nonsense. Like, I don't know what to say. Like, you have no credibility. If he had went, who could then call him a Fed? Who could then say he glows if he actually went? You go, boys, I went down for 5 years and I'm back out. Here's my book that lays out my vision for America. Why not? It's just, to me, that never added up.
Yeah, and soon Vitaly will join the wall of imprisoned heroes.
I guess you're right, Brave Nation. There are a ton of glowies in jail. It's true. It doesn't necessarily clear you of being a glowy if you go to jail, but I'm just saying I would have a lot more respect for him if he had actually followed through with what he told his followers to do. If he had went into the Capitol, then that's one thing. But he sent them in to die for him, to go to jail for him. There are still fuckers rotting in solitary confinement because of him. And that's the real issue that's at stake with this stuff. And it's why I do kind of take it seriously and I don't let it go, because there are young guys, 15, 16, 17, 18 years old, 19, 20 in college, who listen to this stuff and they get pissed off because a lot of the talking points are true and they're frustrated and they're dealing with bullshit and they think, I'm going to make a difference. I'm going to stand for this. And then they end up having their lives ruined. They're kicked out of university. They end up going to prison and they lose everything. But Nick Fuentes is still going to be safe. He's still going to be fine. So that's where I have a problem with it. It's not just some innocent, oh, I'm grifting online for money. No, you're encouraging people to do things that can seriously f up their life, and you have no real plan to win. You can't win. And so it's bullshit, and it's a LARP, and it's a dangerous LARP at that.
Ashton Dandy asks us, do you guys feel that you could have done more to help Coach get back to the U.S.?
I wish we could have done more.
Well, we went, Coach, delete this video. Remember the video where he's on the motorcycle? I'm about to go to the border with his passport they gave me.
No worries, man. No worries. See, here's the thing. This is what they do with Nick, right?
So no, I think, yeah, Myron. I think Nick just left. I'll let you mention.
Wow. Without saying bye.
He just rage quit because he didn't want to face Destiny. And
pardon the pun. By the way, couldn't face Destiny.
I think it was a good debate though.
He'll be back.
Yeah, but go ahead, Myron.
Yeah, so this is what they do, right? They discredit Nick by calling him a white supremacist, an extremist, he's built on hate, etc. But that's not true.
Okay, but that's not even how you discredit him. That's what he wants you to believe.
Exactly.
They always go about it the wrong way. Like, this is not how you discredit him. That's what he wants to be.
Was that
That's what
Sneeko?
I don't know.
Wait. You're on this supremacist, an extremist, he's built on hate, etc.
But
he's lying. Like, they're talking about him being a pedophile and shielding pedophiles, which is what he did. He allowed the grooming to go on, and he didn't do anything.
True. 3 of the people here on this panel right now are Muslims, and he's friends with us. He's friends with Laura Loomer, who's Jewish and a Zionist. He has other Jewish friends.
Yeah. And that's why we're confused when he goes on his rants sometimes. Dude, none of these people who are his friend watch anything he ever says. Like, are we the only us watch him to make fun of him, obviously.
I mean, let's be real. Nobody is actually sitting there and watching that show. No, it doesn't even go on at regular hours. Like, it'll go on 20 hours late. Like, 15 hours late at 7 in the morning. And it's stale. It's stale. Every episode is the same. It's the Jews again and
why is
and
Myron
again.
Glazing him?
Because it's this. They believe there's this sort of clout or this sort of credibility.
Yeah.
Whoa, I'm an edgy truth teller because I'm standing up for this guy, but it's not so.
Opinions and his views on things. Here's the reality. People cancel him because he talks about Jewish power in the United States and Jewish influence in American politics.
Well, now he's on Twitter. Now he's on Rumble. Now he has he's canceled for what? Not Alex Jones. Like, you know what I mean? He's more canceled than Nick now.
It's absolutely true. That's why George Santos right now does not want to agree with him, because he understands the people that back him are Jewish lobbyists. That's the truth. America is run by AIPAC when it comes to political situations, and Nick has been critical of this for years, and they don't want him to be able to put that information out. Now, after
let me just say something for real. Do you know what happens when you're a real threat to the system? You die.
Godfather style.
You die.
Goodfellas.
If you're actually a real threat to the system, you get killed. Like, and there are a lot of white nationalist leaders who get killed. You either get killed or put away forever. Okay. If Nick really is this big threat to the system, he would have been taken out a long time ago. The fact that he's getting any sort of promotion at this point indicates to me he's not a real threat. And everybody knows he's not a real threat to the system. The idea that the global hegemony that's been established, the post-World War II order, NATO and everything, all of that is going to be toppled by Nicholas J. Fuentes. Are you fucking smoking crack?
Yeah.
It's just naive. It's just childish.
He can't even stop Gabe Hoffman.
Like, Mofo Joseph, ask Boeing. So if Boeing is capable of silencing all of these whistleblowers, Nick Fuentes couldn't be silenced. Right? You go, but that would make him a martyr. Sure didn't stop George Lincoln Rockwell from being taken out. Sure didn't stop Malcolm X from being taken out. It sure didn't stop a plethora of leaders throughout time from being taken out. And they can make it look like an accident. They can make it look like an illness. They could get, like, the thing is, if they wanted to get Fuentes on conspiracy charges for the Capitol, they absolutely could have, and they were investigating him for it, and then they chose not to charge him. And that's in mainstream publications. You understand? So, to me, it's all bullshit. It's all silly.
Yeah.
You know, like JFK was killed, but Nicholas J. Fuentes is off limits.
Yes, by 2 bullets.
If they can kill the president, if they can kill, like, they can't just take out Fuentes. They couldn't just have some glowy pay a crackhead $500 to blow Nick's head off the next time he goes for his Uber Eats order. You know, and Nick talks about conspiracies and heart attack guns and the Clintons and how they were able to kill all of these people, but they aren't able to get him.
Yeah.
And Nick doesn't roll 6 deep. He does not like a gangster. He doesn't have armed men guarding him at all times. Like, think about it. If you really were this, like, revolutionary force, wouldn't you have that? Wouldn't you need that? Like, even Richard Spencer had, like, real security surrounding him at Charlottesville. For f***'s sake, he had those idiots in the khaki. I mean, by real security, I mean, who f***ing knows? But he at least had some intimidating guys in khakis and sunglasses. Nick, if you look at the Groypers, none of them could fight their way out of a wet paper bag. This is nonsense. Anyway, yeah, Nick isn't even strapped, bro.
Yeah.
He doesn't own a gun. And he lives in Chicago. How easy would it be for them to make it look, oh, there's a drive-by shooting and he was a casualty.
He's a fucking streamer. He's a streamer.
Anyway, yeah, the only bodyguard Nick has is Christ. All right.
Country from a political standpoint. And that is the truth. But they go ahead and try to say he's a white supremacist and make all these comments to disqualify the very valid
He's not even white. How can he be a white supremacist when he's not even white? You tell me that.
Yeah, and I do. Sully, I'll let you ping Nick if you wanted to come in, but I think we went way over time with the space anyway. Destiny, I know you had a question for Nick, but you and him went back and forth.
I guess like basically just like a comment.
I want to get final thoughts from Keith. You've been doing a lot of spaces with Nick.
They just have to
your
shut
final
Destiny
thoughts being reinstated.
Bring up Ali. Bring up Ali.
When we interrupted.
Yeah,
you know
thanks.
it's bad when it's bad when even Destiny, with all of his clout and all of his followers, can't get a fair hearing in these bullshit Twitter spaces.
Yeah.
Nick dropped. I think he's actually doing a space on his own channel now. If people want to continue it there.
Yeah, I think what we'll do, Keith, we'll give you the final word, and then anyone that wants to
be clear, Nick is the only one here that said he wanted to block Muslims from running for office. So he's the most Islamophobic here. He's the most.
I'll avoid guys. I'll
had to shut that down. Had to shut that down
Shut it
because
down.
the whole thing is about courting Muslims to act as a golem against Jews. Okay.
All right, are we done with this?